After one of the longest early access periods for any game on the Steam platform, AirMech just released its PvP free-to-play module called AirMech Strike. Here's a review of how it stands competitively. So here we are with AirMech. The first thing I'd like to show is the options menu, which contains a vast amount of different options and different settings that can be tweaked for players to adapt their different playstyles and their different needs. And most importantly, there is a whole range of hotkeys that can be rebinded completely, and pretty much every single action within the game can be remapped in the keyboard. So that's indeed a very nice feature. Now, when it comes to tutorials, we have a fully implemented, fully interactive tutorial mode that walks you through the basics of the game and all the basic game mechanics. Then additionally, you have several challenges and several training scenarios where you can test all the units and all the different mechs. Additionally to this, we also find a reference manual that in fact contains a lot of useful information that will cover all the details that might be left out in the basic tutorials and challenges. Now, what about ranked play? We do indeed confirm that there is both a ranked mode and an unranked mode. Indeed, that's something we appreciate, as we can practice without affecting our rating directly. Now, let's actually queue for a game and discuss briefly some of the key aspects of the gameplay that set apart AirMech from any other RTSs. And so we did find a game. Now, we do see our opponent's name, but unfortunately not the rating directly. So that's a missed opportunity for added transparency. But in any case, let's discuss briefly the gameplay. It's normally not what we do in our reviews, but this game is different enough that it's worth mentioning each different aspect. So, the map has several bases that can be captured. There are 2 main bases for each of the players, and each of the players controlled an AirMech, like that one. So, as you can see, I have a set of units that I pick before I get into the match, and I can spawn them for their cost as I see fit for my strategy. Now, let's actually get into the game. So this is my AirMech, and I only control this unit directly, but otherwise I can actually micro my other units by picking them up and producing them from the line. Alright, so that was GG. So we can clearly see the endgame screen. We are given a bit of feedback on the rewards that we got from it, both the in-game currency and the experience, but most importantly, you see there clearly the change in MMR. So you can see exactly how impactful that win or loss was. Additionally to that, there is a little bit of player feedback in their performance, with very minimal statistics after a game. Then, following up from the ladder play, we can clearly see that the rankings are actually displayed in the game. So we are shown the top 500, I believe it is, players and their corresponding MMR. So this indeed contributes very positively to the transparency of the game and the player accomplishment of finding themselves in the overall rankings. But at the same time, it's lacking leagues and divisions that motivate players to work for the next bit of MMR. We also miss the presence of competitive seasons, although this might be added very easily in future updates. Now, unfortunately, replays are also not accessible. So at the moment, the game is saving games in memory, but they are not accessible at the end of the user. Again, a feature that might be added in subsequent updates easily, but that is currently not present. And finally, we do not find a player profile. The closest feature that we do find is this stats tab, where we mostly find cumulative metrics, so total number of wins, total number of units destroyed, total number, etc. So that is indeed not very useful for player feedback and for learning. And thus we come to the conclusion about AirMech Strike. Ranked play is indeed very well implemented, accessibility is absolutely excellent, but we would like to see all these other features that fail to be present in the current iteration of the game. So at the present time, we have a mixed feeling about the game. We cannot completely recommend it, but we do have the hope that with very little work, AirMech Strike can be an excellent competitive experience. And that was another video in the series of competitive reviews at Enlightening Gaming. If you'd like to know how we set our standards and compare to other games, please follow this link where we go in depth in explaining each of the key aspects that a game should get right to be a good competitive experience. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a comment down below suggesting any further topics or games that you would like to see covered in the future. Also, if you're interested in knowing more about the philosophy behind Enlightening Gaming, the basis for our critique, and how we do analysis of games, make sure to follow these links that take you to the presentation videos of the channel. Thank you very much, and as always, may your gaming be enlightened.